NaNoWriMo has begun. This is day 1 and I'm just about to go to work, so there's probably not going to be any real writing done until this afternoon when I get back, but I've got a little notebook with me that I will scribble any ideas I have while I'm at work, and also maybe if I've got time for a little jot of a paragraph or two I'll do that, but when I get back I'll be ready for kicking in with the first part of the book. I'm going to spend a lot today deciding what that will be, because I want to go in with a bang. So I don't think I'll be writing in order today. We'll see. So yeah, off to work and see you later. I have just finished my writing session for the day and I've got 1,825 words. I will admit it is fewer words than I'd intended for today. I had aimed for 3,000, but I ended up leaving work about an hour later than I'd planned, and as a result I lost an hour's worth of writing time. So I'd say getting near 2,000 words is pretty good given the circumstances, and I'm still ahead of the daily average that you need to do to get to 50,000 words in a month. So I'm pretty pleased. So today I actually decided to start writing from my least defined protagonist. So I've got 3 main protagonists and I know 2 of them reasonably well, but the third one is fairly new and I didn't know her quite as well, and I thought I might as well start with her, get to know her a bit before jumping into the rest of the novel and then having her rock up and change everything without any warning. But yeah, that was quite fun meeting her and getting to know her a bit. And as a result of that, I also met one of my main secondary characters, who's going to be quite a big player in the novel, and she turned out to be a little bit different than I expected, a lot more composed, duty-bound, but that actually works quite well for who she actually is. All secrets here. And a new character popped up as well, one who I wasn't planning on being in the novel, but given this is NaNoWriMo, wild characters are always appearing out of nowhere. But this is a rather inquisitive little girl, and I think she's going to be quite a lot of fun to have around, especially to help lighten the mood, I think, given this is a crime fantasy novel and there will be murders. But all good, all good. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with day 1. I am really tired now and heading to bed. It's day 2 of NaNoWriMo and I've just hit my 1,000 word mark. For today's writing session. I've got another hour put aside for writing, so I should be able to get it to about, I think, 1,800 words a day, if not 2,000 if I push myself, which is about the amount I wrote yesterday as well, so getting ahead slowly but surely. Hot chocolate has just appeared in my writing, and I think that's a subtle sign to my brain telling me that that's what I need to drink right now, so I'm just about to make myself a cup of nice delicious hot chocolate and then sit down and carry on writing. So I have my hot chocolate, my music's back in my ears, and it's time to get back into the writing zone. It is the end of day 2 for NaNoWriMo. I have wrote a total of 2,108 words today, bringing my overall total to 3,933 words. A number which I'm pretty happy with, not just because it's a lot, but because it's a number made up of 3 3s and a 9, and I'm weird with numbers like that. It just makes me a little bit happy. So I'd say today's writing session was particularly successful. I decided to write from the perspective of Shauna, who's going to be the main character involved with the central crime of the novel, so she's going to be investigating it. So it was quite a fun introduction to her and how she relates to other parts of the novel, and also getting to see the murder for the first time. And I'm kind of making up this whole detective business as I go, so research and editing shall be fun. But I also got to meet up with 2 new characters. Benji, who's going to be a fairly large player. I think he's going to be the main secondary character in Shauna's storyline. And also Sebastian, who I've only seen a little bit of so far, but he may be a bit more involved, or he may just disappear. Who knows, who knows. So that is it for today's writing session. I will see you tomorrow. Day 3 of NaNoWriMo. I have just hit 1,235 words, and I'm currently trying to decide whether to continue writing to get it to the daily count, or to finish and have a decent night's sleep tonight. So I am well energized for tomorrow. I'm currently leaning towards the latter point, although it does kind of kill me inside to have not reached even like the daily target for NaNoWriMo today. I'm about 400 words off, and I don't know if I'll be able to write that many in about 15 minutes in the state I'm in. I'm a bit tired. Ugh, my hair is in my face. So yeah, today's been a busy day. I got back with all intents of spending the evening writing, and ended up remembering that I had a blog post to write, which I did, which took up a lot of time, and I also remembered that I was actually going to Galangsfest tomorrow, and so I ended up having to prepare for that because I had done no preparation about what trains to get, what time it started, or even just like what I needed to take with me. So spent a lot of time doing that, and then of course there was dinner and trying to keep on top of Stranger Things so I don't end up getting spoilt by people at work who are watching it. So pretty busy afternoon, evening of lots of different things. So I am pretty pleased that I managed to write as many words as I have, given that I've been rushing around like a maniac all afternoon trying to get everything done. I'm not sure how much writing I'll get done tomorrow. It's going to be a busy day in London listening to all of the authors' talk, so it should be pretty inspiring, but it could also completely wipe me out and make me incapable of writing anything for the entire weekend. So there's that. We'll see. I'm going to take my notebook with me, so if I do get any inspiration while I'm there, I'll jot it down, maybe do some writing over lunch, because I think there's a 2-hour lunch break, which I have no idea what I'm going to do with. And yeah, lots going on. And Sunday I'm going to go see Thor. So that's an afternoon gone too. Oh gosh, why did I plan such a busy November? This is a terrible idea. But I've managed to write 3 days in a row and I'm keeping on top of it. So I'm doing well. I also bought 5 books last night because I had a stressful day at work and needed to buy books to make me feel better. So I ended up continuing on writing. I ended up writing for another 20 minutes, but managed to make the target. I think I'm pretty pleased with myself. I kind of stopped thinking about the words and ended up just writing, so I bet there's loads of just spelling errors and things to come back to in the edit later on, but I'm too tired to think about that now. But the chapter ended on quite a nice note. I decided to finish the chapter, and that ended up pulling me up to 1,917 words. So far, 3 days in, and I have beaten the daily word count every day, so I am pretty pleased and looking forward to seeing what I'll come up with later in the month. Now I've written my 3 introductory chapters to my 3 point of view characters. I finally get into the story. Yay! Right, I'm back from Galangsfest. I spent the day in London today attending the panel talks for Galangsfest, which is basically an event put on by the publisher Galangs with authors of the books they publish, and it's really interesting, and it covers sci-fi, fantasy, touch of horror now and again, and it's just a lot of fun. And last year it wasn't so successful for me because I had a massive headache, but today I managed to stay pretty much the whole day. I didn't do the last 2 sessions because 1, it was getting late, 2, I was tired, and 3, they weren't really sessions I was particularly interested in. The last session I went to was already a really good one, so I decided to just leave on a high note. That being said, I did pick up some goodies, including a couple of samplers, the programme. I also bought 3 books. Falconer by Elizabeth May, The House of Shattered Wings by Aliette de Bodard, and an NOS 4R2 by Joe Hill. I've done a lot of book buying lately. I think I need to put myself back on a ban. But it was really great, and I've come away with lots of ideas and thoughts for my own writing, which is great for NaNoWriMo, which is where this comes in. It is quite late now, so I don't know how much writing I'll be able to fit in this evening, especially since we're quite tired, and I got dinner to eat as well, and I've got one more episode of Stranger Things to watch because we're having a Stranger Things session tomorrow where my friends and I are basically going to watch the last 2 Stranger Things episodes together, so we've all got to be up to date for that. So yay! Busy evening this evening, but busy in a fun way, given I've got all that to get through this afternoon. This evening actually, I probably better get cracking. The noise in the background you're probably hearing is also fireworks, because it's Guy Fawkes weekend and everyone is going wild with fireworks outside. Time to get into writing. Oh, and I also forgot the most important thing that I got from Galanx Fest of all, the Galanx Fest tote bag. I love these bags. I love the design, and they are really sturdy and good quality bags, so yay! Monday today. I didn't film yesterday, although I did manage to write about 1,000 words. So it wasn't very successful yesterday. I ended up having a lot to do because I had visitors and social events and cleaning the house, and I think I ended up with only an hour of time to actually get down to writing. But I did manage to write, so that's a good thing. I am nearly 2,000 into my words today. I'm writing a build up to quite an excited scene, and I really want to get the scene right, but I don't know how I'm going to do it because the build up's taking a lot longer than I thought. I thought it'd be quite a quick build up and then straight into it, but it's quite long, so I think the edits will be quite fun. But basically I'm building up to a scene where there's going to be one person in a room full of armed people and basically taking them out. Yay! I'm really looking forward to writing that. I've got quite a sore throat, which is why I'm probably sounding a bit odd, and it's quite late at night, so I'm in my pyjamas and I've just made myself a hot chocolate to ease my throat and also to warm me up a bit because it's so freezing at the moment. I don't like the cold. I did get back from work and felt so awful that I thought I might not write today, and I was like, no, I've got to do it, I've got to do it. So I watched the final episode of Rick and Morty, and that kind of got me to the point where I was, okay, I'm relaxed enough now, feeling a bit better, and go ahead and write. So I'm going to finish up soon, but I'm going to try and get in the last part of this. I may be researching poisons that's going to feature in this book. I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up on a watch list by the end of this book because I'm going to be googling poisons, murder weapons, all that kind of thing, but hey. Did it! I wrote over 3,000 words today, and I have reached over 11,000 total words. So 2 goals actually met today. Writing 3,000 words in a day and reaching the 10,000 word limit. 40,000 words left to go. I don't know how I've done that. I don't know how I'm still awake, but I did it. So yay me. Probably knocked me out for the rest of the week, but I'm happy. I'm happy. Now just to continue the rest of the story. Week 1 is over, and I am pretty pleased with how well I've done in the first week of NaNoWriMo. Not only was I able to write an average of 1,800 words a day, but I've also reached a total of 13,000 words and managed to write 3,000 words in one day. I will admit there were a couple of rough days. I think 2 days I only wrote about 1,000 words, but then that was made up for by the fact that I was able to write more on another day, though I think I may need to kind of level that out a bit because I can't do 3,000 words on command. It's just not possible. I'll leave a link to my week 1 update blog post down below, which goes into a bit more detail about how I found week 1, as well as my trip to Galanx Fest as well, if you're interested in reading about that. But yeah, now it's on to week 2. Week 2 is going to be a challenge, I'm not denying that. It's notorious for being quite a difficult week for most NaNoWriMoers, and in all the years that I have failed NaNoWriMo, it's been week 2 that I've given up. So it will be a challenge, but I think I've got enough momentum from week 1 to push me through, and then charge on into week 3 and 4. So I'm really looking forward to them. So yeah, next week's going to be tough, but I can do it. I'll see you at the end of week 2.